Hello and welcome to the stream. I'll just quickly set up the pump stream. Welcome to the stream. So the big updates for today are basically we have a Google Ads campaign set up for Turbine, and tomorrow we're gonna run some more marketing, and we're also gonna write another article, and I'll try to get some views on it through boosting it on Twitter. Just kind of test that out, see how well that works. If you're wondering why I'm not in the office today with the stream, I just came from the office. I worked a lot today trying to make this image conversion work very well. And it does. It does. In fact, the results are quite insane, if I may say so. I also don't have my glasses right now, but it should be fine for the stream. I won't stream so long. I just wanted to show you this and tell you what is planned for next week and next coming days. So I'm gonna give you a little demo of the image conversion. So I basically analyzed the TechCrunch website before, right? And now whenever uncompressed images are found on a website, the tool points it out up here, but also further down here with the bundle information. Also gives advice on how to make the whole bundle as a whole more efficient. But if you click on this image conversion call to action, right, gets you to this new page where you can see the original image with the converted counterparts. And what you see right here is an extreme case where there's a high resolution PNG image in a big dimension, 1500 pixel by 1000 pixel, right? We're basically converting it down to a much smaller dimension, right? Using this downscaling here. And this was automatically set based on the rendered dimensions on the website. So what basically happened is Turbine, while scanning the TechCrunch website, we found this image, right? And we found that the image is actually way larger, dimensionally speaking, than the image that is rendered on the page, right? So Turbine understands, okay, this image is rendered a lot smaller than it actually is. And that's why it automatically sets the scale parameter to downscale it by, in this case, 2x, right? And then it converts it or compresses it with the highest quality. And this already saves 89% of the data of this image, right? So apparently TechCrunch is very bad at shipping their articles or shipping the images of the articles. Because as you can see, we can compress it or like reduce the size of it by 100%. And there's no visible difference, right? At least at this size, there's no visible difference. If we would make it medium, we still save 99% of the data, right? So the upside for companies and developers is huge, right? And the upside for users is also huge because users will be able to load this a lot faster, right? 15 kilobytes versus 1.3 megabytes is it's an incredible difference, right? Of 10x. And this is not a rare case, right? This happens actually a lot. I found that this happens actually a lot while analyzing over 100 websites. And you can see the shit continues, right? They have a huge image, which is way bigger than what it is displayed as. So if we downscale it to the size at which it is actually rendered, we get, yeah, this crazy size reduction. This is like 100x, basically. Is it? From 1,000 kilobytes to almost 10 kilobytes. Yeah, that is 100-fold difference, right? And oftentimes also logos. Logos are really highly scaled, right? At 84 kilobytes, 512 by 512. We don't change the dimensions. We only compress it and get to a result of 96% less size, right? And yes, there are some images that the tool can't load because of network configurations, but it's crazy that we can save so much data, right? Just with image compression. 99% size reduction. It's completely insane, right? It's completely insane. Obviously, these are just the images of the website, and the website itself is 8 megabytes big or 10 megabytes, right? So 2.3 megabytes of 10 megabytes is only about 25%, but it's still a huge optimization, and users will definitely be able to feel it, especially users on a slower connection. But you know that, right? By now, that we do a lot of this stuff for users on a slower connection or for mobile users. And a lot of these websites didn't have uncompressed images, but a lot of them did. And it shows where we are at with web efficiency, right? We can do basic things and advance it by 20%, with basic things. And now imagine what would happen if we would shift the infrastructure and architecture towards 50%, 60%, it would be a completely different experience if everything on the web is like 60% smaller. And these are things that if you are a business founder, if you are a creative person, you won't care about this, right? But every engineer that is watching this right now, or every engineer that ever built a website, knows what I'm talking about. That this shit is important when you want to get it to as many people as possible, You want to make it as efficient as possible. You want to make it as smooth as possible for people that are visiting. So this is really something that is necessary, Let's look at Slack images. Like I said, oftentimes it's simple things like logos, right? And the thing is, if a logo is very small, right, on the website, you just compress the shit out of it and you don't even notice it. There's no visible difference, right? There's barely a visible difference. Both are pixelated, both are small. So if you compress the shit out of it, nobody notices. Nobody notices it, Even for websites that don't really use PNG images, that have already converted a lot to JPEG, even for those websites, Turbine still finds optimizations, and that is pretty crazy. But I think the craziest example of this by far was Next.js. Next.js's website loads over 2.6 megabytes in assets. A lot of that is script files. But if we look at the images, there are some big images here that are really unnecessary. And if we compress them down, you know, we get to over 50% in size reduction. It's pretty insane. Not gonna lie. Kind of weird. Thought I analyzed it earlier and it had more images on it. Y'all can't see the screen share? Damn, what happened? I thought I shared the screen. Fuck, thought I shared the screen. Don't know what happened. Okay, the screen share kind of got fucked. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened there or why that happened. This is a local version, so I don't want to do the update right now. But, well, let's just do it real quick. So another thing that I will work on next week is the premium subscription for Turbine that gives people automated updates on the website performance and stuff. I don't know why the screen share continues to fail. I'm sorry about that. It continues to close. So I don't know why that happens, but I will try to look into it. But yeah, I will fix some more issues and add the subscription, the premium subscription for Turbine that automatically analyzes your website every day or every week, depending on how much you want it set up. And it sends you summaries of those analyses via your email or to your email. Okay. All right, that's basically it with the stream today. I just wanted to give you a demo of like what I did and how impactful it can be. I'm sorry that the screen share got fucked. So I see you tomorrow with more updates, and I hope everyone has a good evening. I see you all tomorrow.